Right now, there is an urgent need to study the connection between veterans and CTE.
One Iowa family had no idea their father had the degenerative brain disease until he took his own life. Tonight, KCCI's Laura Terrell has their passionate plea to other veterans.
He got drafted right out of college.
At just 24 years old, Alan Way was drafted into the Army, where he served 11 months in Vietnam.
After that, he came home like everyone else, got a job right away. He was a narcotics agent in Des Moines.
Way and his wife had 3 children, and he went on to have a successful career in public safety.
Was appointed by Governor Ray to be the head of the Iowa Crime Commission, and he was actually the youngest at the time in the nation.
Life was joyful. With his wife by his side, Way enjoyed vacations and making memories with his family.
After retirement, we started to see more of, I guess, his service time coming back to him.
That's when the memory loss, hallucinations, and balance issues started taking over.
We just kind of thought it's dementia.
Doctors diagnosed Way with a TBI, or traumatic brain injury, but his family had no idea how bad it really was.
He ended up taking his life at 71.
Filled with grief, the family didn't know where to turn.
The state examiner who performed his autopsy called us and said, I think we can get his brain accepted at the Boston University Brain Study for CTE. And we were kind of like, well, what is CTE? What's going on? And he explained it, and we said, of course.
It's actually quite small.
KCCI visited the Brain Bank in Boston in 2016, where Dr. Rand McKee has diagnosed CTE in the brains of hundreds of football players. Research now shows veterans are suffering from the same disease.
We did find out he had stage 3 out of 4 CTE.
Alan Way is one of the first and still just a handful of military-only CTE cases.
Who knows how long he had been struggling, because he didn't tell us anything.
There is an urgent push to get veterans to pledge to donate their brains. Just this week, Wounded Warrior Project partnered with the Concussion Legacy Foundation to get the word out.
And it's the only way that they're going to be able to diagnose CTE in a living individual is through research. So they need brains.
Meredith's mission is now speaking to Iowa veteran groups about CTE and sharing her father's story.
It's given my family and I an avenue to keep my dad's, legacy alive, and to honor him and to honor our veterans.
In Des Moines, Laura Terrell, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.